The galaxy had already been torn apart once. 8 years ago, Anakin Skywalker stood at the brink of destruction on Mustafar, but instead of burning on the lava banks, he turned his fury upon his master. Darth Sidious fell, consumed by the very dark side he once controlled, but the darkness had taken hold. In the ashes of the Sith, Anakin rose as something new, more powerful, more ruthless. The man once called the Chosen One became the iron fist of the galaxy. Now, nearly a decade later, the Empire belongs to him alone, and while he rules through fear and might, a single obsession drives his every action: finding Padmé and the children he knows exist. 8 years later, the galaxy shivered under the rule of a single man. Anakin Skywalker was gone. In his place was Darth Vader, a being of such overwhelming power that even the word Emperor felt insufficient to describe him. Palpatine had once promised power without limits. Vader had exceeded those promises. No council, no senate, no rival Sith, only the black silhouette of Vader, towering above the galaxy, with eyes like burning coals, and a presence so crushing that entire star systems surrendered at the mere rumour of his approach. The Empire was his, but Vader cared for only one thing: Padmé, and the children he knew existed somewhere among the stars. Whole fleets were dispatched in endless sweeps across the galaxy. Planets were locked down under suffocating surveillance. Starports scanned every passenger, every crate, every breath. Imperial spies combed cantinas, temples, back alleys, on worlds where rumour dared to speak of a woman who resembled the late Queen Amidala, or whispers of too powerful Force-sensitive children. Vader himself would descend, cloaked in black and rage. No one could hide from him forever. But hiding they were. Far beyond the Empire's grasp lay the steaming jungles of Dagobah, where mist veiled the swamp and ancient trees twisted like the bones of forgotten gods. There, in the shadow of a cave heavy with the dark side, Master Yoda concealed Padmé and her children. The darkness of the Nexus clouded all attempts to pierce it, even Vader's searing perception. Yoda had become more than a teacher. He was a protector, sentinel, and surrogate grandfather to the galaxy's most dangerous younglings, Luke and Leia. Only 8 years old, they possessed Force abilities that dwarfed those of many grown knights. They moved objects with effortless gestures. They could read fleeting thoughts, glimpse flickers of the future. In lightsaber practice, they matched Padawans twice their age. Yet power had come at a price. The twins struggled with violent emotions they could not always control: anger, fear, sudden outbursts of laughter that twisted into sobbing. The shadow of their father loomed in their blood, an echo that Yoda fought daily to silence. Padmé herself had faded into a quiet sorrow, even after all Vader had done, enslaving the galaxy, drowning it in terror. Her love for Anakin endured, buried under layers of grief and guilt. She longed to fight beside the rebellion, to save the man she still believed lived somewhere inside the monster. But Yoda insisted her place was here, hidden, for the fate of the galaxy rested in her children's survival. Hope, dear, Yoda often said. Lose them, all is lost. Padmé would nod and turn away, eyes shining with unshed tears. The Jedi Resistance still clung to life, but just barely. Great Masters, Ram Kota, Quinlan Vos, Ferren Barr, had all tried to lure Vader into traps. All had fallen. Now the burden fell to survivors, who were barely more than children when Order 66 occurred. Ahsoka Tano, Cal Kestis, Caleb Dune. They led scattered cells of Jedi, rallying alongside leaders like Saw Gerrera and Cham Syndulla. Clones like Captain Rex and Commando Gregor, once programmed to destroy the Jedi, had chosen rebellion instead. They commanded battalions alongside their former enemies, forging an uneasy alliance with freedom fighters who embraced sabotage, terror, and sacrifice. Yet no matter how many small victories they won, it was always the same. Once the 501st arrived, and worse, once Vader arrived, all progress vanished in fire. Vader hunted the Jedi personally. With each failed lead, his wrath grew more ferocious, and so did his power. Then came the mission to Kessel. Rumors said Padmé had been seen there. Vader arrived in person, cutting down resistance fighters in red-lit tunnels. Amidst the chaos, he captured Jedi Master Kot. Where are they? Vader demanded, voice rumbling like an earthquake. Kot refused him, so Vader changed tactics. He brought in Kot's family, his wife and small child. Before Kot's horrified eyes, Vader executed his wife with a flick of his fingers, snapping her neck as though crushing a twig. Swear allegiance, or watch your child die. Tears streaming, Kot fell to his knees. I will serve you. And so, a traitor was born. Returned to the rebellion as a spy, Kot fed Vader coded information. He revealed secret battle plans, sabotage targets, and worst of all, the hidden coordinates of the rebellion's main base. The Empire fell upon it like a storm. Blazing turbolasers, waves of stormtroopers, a wall of blue lightsabers facing the unstoppable figure in black. Cal Kestis died fighting to protect the command center. Saw Gerrera fell in a last screaming charge. Even Captain Rex, a brother to Anakin once, stood his ground until Vader cut him down, his clone helmet rolling across the Durasteel floor. The rebellion was all but crushed, until only Ahsoka remained. She found herself face to face with Vader in the burning ruins. Anakin, she gasped, voice breaking. Please, this isn't you. You were my brother. You saved me. Let me save you. For an instant, Vader's blade hung in the air, trembling. Then his eyes blazed crimson. You know nothing of who I am. he unleashed a torrent of agony into Ahsoka's mind. The Force itself crushed her, bending her bones, shattering her saber hilts. He did not kill her. Instead, he kept her alive, chained, unconscious, transported back to his fortress, a trophy, and a future weapon. Vader executed Eat Kot himself. As Kot lay dying, blood bubbling on his lips, Vader leaned close. Your cowardice disgusts me, but do not fear. I will raise your son in the dark side. Kot's eyes widened in horror one more time before going still. Vader's technicians scoured the captured rebel base. They traced a faint SOS transmission that had been sent during the siege. It carried an encryption code known only to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Vader clenched his gloved fist. At last, the final piece was in motion. The man who had tried to kill him on Mustafar would face him again, but this time there would be no mercy. Thanks for watching part 2 of this What If theory. Part 3 is ready to go and will be up next week. If you are enjoying the videos, become a channel member and let's uncover the galaxy's biggest secrets together. Thanks for watching.